The question is whether or not we're really prepared to be brave. Today I wrote an opinion piece for the Daily Telegraph asking whether or not we should put grammar back into education. Sometimes we get so hung up on the past that we forget to look at the good examples that are out there, and one of the great examples of our past history is grammar schools. Now, they were very divisive at times, admittedly. There were issues over the 11 plus and the way the whole selection procedure worked. There's no doubt about it, they inspired academic excellence, and they also brought true social mobility, because there's many a person I know who's come from a turbulent or disadvantaged background who, because of grammar education, has the ability to really move and shake the shackles of poverty off them. There's also an awful lot of very average people who feel that they had the benefit of a grammar school education that gave them the opportunity to be more than average. And I wonder if, because we have turned our back so firmly on grammar schools, that we've actually said that we are not prepared to look at this and give aspiration and academic excellence and rigour. Of course, another downside of the grammar school system and the old style was that we sometimes became very pejorative of people who had artisan skills or a real vocational calling. And what I would like to see is a dual system here in Wales that really enables pupils at the age of 14, not 11, when they're all confused and they've got hormones racing around their bodies and they're trying to get used to so much of their sort of growing up and maturing process. But at 14, when they've got under their belt the key skills of reading, of writing, of arithmetic, communication skills, the ability to absorb information, and indeed by 14 we should have created in them that desire to absorb information and to want to go on into further education. At 14, give them the choice. Let them make a decision about whether they see themselves in a skilled, vocational, creative, or perhaps self-employed entrepreneurial route, whether they see themselves as a pure academic, a scientist, perhaps a musician, and give them the schooling that will enable them to go forward and actually do and be the best that they can possibly be. Grammar schools, the old grammar school system, had a great many plus points that would enable us to do that for our pupils here in Wales. At present we're selling them short. We're stuck on ideology. We get hung up on what the past did and didn't do, and we forget to look back and learn from history, learn the positives, learn the best practice. And I want us to talk about grammar schools, to say where they were good, how they really succeeded in enabling social mobility and enabling people to have good, rigorous education, and see how we can bring any of that best practice into the education system here in Wales today.